Hey guys, it's Sarah. I am back with another yappy vlog, but this time actually in New York. So it's pretty cool to just be in a new city and doing another long yappy vlog, I guess, and I don't know, just talking about my experience in general, just cause I have seen posts about oh, okay, I have to actually reference it, but it's your environment shapes you. So in order to get, more, I don't know the exact words, but basically it's okay, go to Europe/Paris, France, etc. for this, go to LA for this, go to New York for this or whatever. And it was all different segments of how you want to be inspired by the fashion industry and stuff. And so I thought that was really interesting because this was kind of my first trip outside with a, I guess, brand perspective in terms of I guess, wearing my clothes and using this as an opportunity to see how I can style it, especially because it's such a different it's just so cold here. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I actually was not ready for it at all. I knew that it was supposed to rain, so I was ready for that. What I was not prepared for was the snow, because when we first looked it up, I was oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna rain, I'm gonna bring an umbrella. Once we already got here and stuff, then it showed that it was gonna be a wintry mix, basically snow. And I was I don't know, I brought enough clothes, or enough layers for that matter, because in terms of packing, it was pretty easy, because I was let me just wear, for example, the cardigan, let me wear the new Beagle sweater, let me wear my jersey and stuff like that. And so I had it all planned out, but then it was so much harder when it's you're basically wearing a jacket every single day because it's so cold, and you also have to be wearing your scarf and so much layers, and I guess for me in terms of shooting content OOTDs, I'm it's so hard because if I have to take off my jacket, it's so cold. And so the footage that I have is I'm usually with a jacket on, so that's why I'm even though you can't see much, but I wanted to do more content without the heavy jacket and stuff, because then people are you just wear the same thing every single day. No, the clothes are different underneath. It was just because it's so cold. But yeah, so there's a couple textile shows out here, so it's cool that it also lined up with everything. But yeah, I don't know, I just like seeing a new city in a new perspective now that with Kilig Ko, my baby. It just really forces me to be creative, and this year I know that one of my goals was to basically create more, consume less. And so I'm glad that I was kind of able to step out of the comfort zone with the OOTDs that I was trying to do. Haven't edited them. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but I'm excited for them, and I want to do more creative fashion content like that, and really push the label and push the envelope in terms of how creative can I get with posing. I'm pretty shy with that, but I guess this year is the year of being uncomfortable and forcing myself to grow. So I think I'm going to do more of these, more, I don't know what it's called. I guess artistic type of cool creative photo shoots and stuff. When I was little, actually, I'll have to see if I have any photos. I would do so many edited Photoshop things of me holding fire, me I don't know, for example, I have to I think I did this and this, and then I had a tiger on my finger. It was the eye of the tiger, basically looked like the tiger here, and then I had a tiger on my shirt, but I put it on, it wasn't actually on my shirt. I'm pretty sure I have that, but I definitely have a lot of fire bending, water, whatever. I used to just love those edits, and so I think I'm gonna bring them back just for fun, and I want to see how it goes. I think it's time Kilig Ko really expands, or I don't know, just kind of embraces more of the quirky feeling and vibe, because I feel at the root of it, that's also where it's been, but maybe I was too shy, and I'm still also just trying to figure it all out. So I think I'm pretty excited to do that stuff, and just do more quirky stuff. So this year is a really fun year of testing and just, again, shooting more, creating more, consuming less, and just putting it out there and seeing how it all goes. So I'm excited for that, and I'm not really the type to vlog as it's happening, so I'm also trying to get used to that. Even for right now, I'm doing the vlog after the fact that it's happened, or not during, or but also I'm just shy to talk in public, which I shouldn't be. I mean, that's something that I could work on. But yeah, so those are all just things that I'm excited for this trip is just pushing the envelope for all things creative that way, and just being in a city that like inspires me, just because, you know, in LA, I mean, even though it is like very somewhat walkable with public transport, it's like, okay, like, you know, being in a new city, I feel like it's kind of like new energy, and like, you know, for example, taking the subway for the first time and kind of like feeling independent, and like, you know, you don't really need a car to get around the city and stuff like that, versus LA, it's like you kind of feel like not trapped, but it's like you don't really have a car, you have to Uber, public transport, you know, it's not necessarily a very walkable city, like especially going to different parts of town, like traffic's really bad and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting being in, you know, this bright city, all the lights, the, you know, concrete jungle. And I think that, you know, it's, for me, it's kind of like, I don't know, like interesting to see how fashion is here and how it's inspired by like all the East Coast upbringings of different cultures and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's something I'm definitely taking in. And obviously, I mentioned this before, just wearing layers. Like, it's so cold, I have to figure out how to dress in layers. And so if Jason's watching this, Jason sent me a video and it was how to wear a scarf correctly. So I'm like, okay, thank God that I didn't bring a scarf here. I went to the first like souvenir store and I was like, let me just get a scarf because I was not prepared for this. I had the earmuffs, beanie, and gloves. Did not get a scarf, but the scarf honestly helped a lot. And initially the way I was wearing it was just like kind of like wrapped around my neck. It was not good at all. But then he sent me this video of like different ways to wear it, and now I cannot unsee the way that New Yorkers wear it here. So I'm like, wow, okay. The way that, I don't know, in general, like I feel like I might have been a very basic person in terms of like clothes that I wear. It's like, okay, a top and a bottom, but then now it's like I have to dress in layers because I'm cold. But then I kind of want to take all that information and like, okay, let me be a bit more playful of like how I dress in LA, even with layers and stuff like that. So it kind of forced me to figure out what kind of pieces I needed in my closet to be able to kind of switch around, like for example, like a collar and other stuff, and even the type of pants that I want to wear in order to kind of pull it all together. And I think I've always been in this in between of like, I love statement pieces. Like I think when I was younger, I feel like I had, you know, different colors. I like cool clothes, but then I don't know, maybe slowly post-grad and stuff, I was trying to build a capsule closet with only neutral colors and stuff like that. And now I guess I'm in between because I kind of have capsule closet stuff-ish, but then at the same time, it's like I have a lot of statement pieces for Kilig Ko. So now I'm just like, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna adjust it and you know, kind of figure all that out. But I mean, it's a learning experience, so I'm glad you guys are able to kind of see the fits I tried to do in New York. It's nothing close to like the fashion here. I was just trying. I was not ready, but yeah, I guess that was just like a good teaser to kind of push myself to learn how to style and dress myself better and make a conscious effort to actually do more with like, you know, my appearance and everything. And I'm sure that with these videos too, you'll eventually slowly see me get a feel for it and be a bit more confident, because like even for me, it's like, you know, I don't wear makeup often, I don't even have contacts, so I feel like if I don't do that, like there's not a need to like fully get ready. But I think my mindset needs to change, and that I should always kind of appreciate myself and my appearance every single day. The fact that like I can get ready, the fact that I, you know, can change and, you know, style myself the way that I want to style myself. I think, you know, fashion and doing all this, like everything that I am able to do in life, like it's all a privilege, and I kind of need to remember that and not take it for granted. The fact that I can choose the clothes in my closet, and the fact that I even have clothes in my closet. And so those are all just things that I'm thinking about, and I want to just, again, practice more gratitude and just be more mindful of everything. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of my little vlog dump of New York. We're here until Friday, so I'm excited to, you know, explore more. And and see more stores here and be inspired by like all the fashion and everything. Abode, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Abode is one of the embroidery stores, slash like they do like customizations for like different like wedding and apparel and stuff like that. If it's around the area, I want to visit that store and, you know, just general do more research of the brands that I like out here and stuff like that. Broadway shows, obviously want to catch those because, you know, in New York. But yeah, so I'm excited for the rest of this trip has to offer, and hopefully I'm able to shoot more cool, exciting content. I definitely need to plan it out a lot better next time, but at least I'm like trying it out this time and getting the feel for it. And, you know, next trips it'll definitely be better because at least I'm doing it. I think that's the one thing I kind of have to give myself grace for. It's the fact that I'm at least doing it and trying it. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching this video. You've stayed this long, and I'll see you in the next long yappy vlog. Bye from New York.